Hey, Mooch Crap, J-Dubs.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub.
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, hey Jay.
What up with your Crap and Mooch and Jay with?
Wake on up. It's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap Show. Wake up, let us begin with gaming news, skits, and call-ins from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap Show for the people, and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Ponies love to lie and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about the games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Mooch and Crap Big Show.
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub.
¿Cómo están, bitches?
Hey Mooch and Crap, hey Jay.
Hey Mooch and Crap. What up, Mooch and Crap and Jay?
Sup, Mooch and Crap. Sup, J-Dubs.
Hello, Mooch and Crap.
What up, Mooch? What up, Crap?
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap? You guys have the best damn podcast on YouTube, bar none.
Crossfire!
Crossfire! Where's my boy Crap? I think he's on mute. But guess what? It's still the morning, and we're still here for you guys. This is MNC Mornings. Crap, when you're there, just chime in.
MNC
there he is.
Mornings. Put it together for Mooch and Crap. They're the men with J-Dubs in the background, too.
There you go, folks. The California Raisins have made their appearance on MNC Mornings.
I love it. Hey, you know what? I was like, I was going to do that at the beginning, and then I forgot to mute, man. There's a lot of buttons to push like, to get things going, to be honest with you. So, it's good to be here. You did the intro, so that's cool. I am always...
Thanks.
I am always psyched, to do the show, and as you guys know, because I was like having a lot of fun in the pre-show, just doing like the voice changer stuff, which is always fun to mess with, and so we're here. There's some good stuff to talk about. I mean, it's always a slow time in the summer, but I still think there's some interesting stuff to talk about, and hopefully some people want to call in. Get something off their chest, man. They want to talk about some gaming. They got, maybe talk about gaming. What are they playing?
Well, I'll tell you something, Crap. I want to encourage what you just said. I think a lot of people should call in. I actually had a question that I posed to Twitter this morning, and we're going to talk about it in a second. But J-Dubs, everyone wants to know, how was the vacation, buddy?
Oh my God. Well, the vacation was not long enough, of course. We only took a week this time. And, I spent it with my mom and dad, which...
Nice.
I determined that I hadn't been home to visit them in more than a year, which is just insane. And when you go back to your hometown, I don't know if you guys run into that same situation that I do, because I technically now live about five hours away from where I grew up, and when I go home to visit, things change so often that it's like you're going to a new place that you haven't been before, and there's familiarities, but then there's all this new stuff, and it brings back the old nostalgia. You know what that's all about, Mooch? Yes. And, it makes you feel at home, but then it makes you feel like you're an outsider at the same time.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
I always feel like an outsider, no matter what.
Crap's like I'm home, and I still feel like one.
I am. It's like, hey, who the hell is that guy? Hey, so Mikey Barra tweets out Happy Sunday in the U.S., and it's a picture of Master Chief. That's weird.
That is weird. He's had a couple of odd tweets.
Yeah, they do these little weird tweets and stuff, man. It's interesting. Yeah. Hopefully, apparently J-Dub's volume is low, so You're gonna have to turn your volume up. And make sure you guys share out the stream and like it and all that kind of stuff so that people realize it's actually live and whatever. I mean, we're fooling around with an interesting idea.
Yes.
Maybe some of you guys in the chat will let us know what you guys think. Because so morning seems like it's tough for people to actually come out and see the show. And I get that, man. Sunday mornings, people are, I don't know what the hell that was, but Sunday mornings, people they go to church or they watch football or they're hungover or
all of the above.
Yeah,
do people still go to church?
Yeah,
I think they do. I just think they don't talk about it.
Yeah. So not only that, it's 8 a.m. on the West Coast.
Yeah.
So nobody's getting up at 8 a.m. to do mornings. Morning show. So we had discussed doing this show on Thursday evenings before Saltiest podcast. So we'd be somewhere in between like 7.
Yeah, probably like 7 to 9 and move it to MNC evenings. And I know a lot of you guys in the chat, we did a random poll a few weeks ago.
And everybody's like, no,
keep it in the morning. Keep it in the morning. Now, if you don't mind Mooch and Crap and Jay, I'm going back to bed. And I was like, wait, what the hell? Everybody voted and went back to sleep. So I do think there's no one in the world that anyone that has a
we
commute
can
to
still
work.
do mornings sometimes.
That's what I was gonna say. We still would do occasional Sunday mornings as specials. But I think we do want to move this because we put a lot of time and effort into the show, and we noticed that when we do anything, even an impromptu on an evening during the week, which I call prime time, everybody seems to show up. And I think Jay puts a lot of work and effort into the show. I know me and Crap put a lot of effort into the show, and we want you guys to see the show. So we feel like a lot of people are missing it because it's so early on Sunday morning.
Yeah, and the thing that happens with MNC mornings is a lot of people feel like it's a happening, so it's like they only want to watch it when it's live.
Right.
And so
is that an old-fashioned call-in?
We can hear the Skype there, Jay.
Yeah, I'll fix that. It's because I was saving all my stuff on my main computer yesterday. I was saving all the voicemails.
Is that a call-in or that's just a...
There is a call-in. It's
all right.
I'm not going to see who it is, but I'm going to make sure that this does not pop up.
Yeah, we.
You call him. What did you call him last week? You called him something. Not we. Mooch. You called him.
I don't know. I always thought it was we.
Yahweh we.
Yahweh we. Yeah.
Sounds like a PSN name you got stuck with.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
You'll be here all week, right?
I'll be here all morning too. Oh man, hey now. But yeah, so we got. I think so. Listen, me, Jay, and Crap are talking about it. We're gonna figure something out that's really cool. But we want to let the audience know. That's what's great about this show. This show is all transparent. We're being very upfront
about it. Yeah, it's like. Because E3 fell on a Sunday, so we'd still do
absolutely.
You know what I mean, and specials and stuff like that. When there's a lot of stuff going on, I just think like the whole idea is maybe it'd be cool to just test it out at least and see how it's gonna be. So
yes. So keep an eye out for that. It may not be this Thursday, but it could be the following. We just got to kind of get together and make it all come together and work out the kinks. But yeah, nonetheless, so Crap, I did put something out there while Jay figures out the call and who that is. I put something out there that Warframe. Okay, so listen, you guys know, no secret here. I'm a a Destiny fan. Yeah. Everyone's like, Mooch, if you like Destiny, you're gonna love Warframe. And I'm like,
you're gonna love the free version of Destiny.
Yeah, you'll love it, right? And I typically don't like anything that's free. A lot of times when it comes free to play, listen, a free gift, love it.
Yeah,
a free game that a developer. Like, do you guys remember in high school when your teacher was like, "Tomorrow's test will be open book"? You turned around and you were like, "Ah, shit!" Because the minute you could bring the book, that means the answer's not in the book.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm saying to you is, once a developer says it's free, that means it's not free.
Yeah, I'm with you on the free-to-play stuff because if you're not as invested in that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just you're not. And that's always a problem. That's why, I'm a Killer Instinct fan. I know you're not, but I bought that. It's like, I could have played as one character or whatever.
Exactly.
But I bought it because that way I'm a lot more invested into it. I don't really mess with free-to-play stuff, although that Defiance game is something that I'll probably play around with because I liked it on 360 and stuff like that. So.
What's the deal with the Defiance game? Shout out to Irrelevant Native. He's been playing the crap out of it. Like, what is that game and what is it about?
Well, so there was a TV show. It's a sci-fi show called Defiance, and it was about these aliens, and like there was some kind of event that happened, so like the spaceships don't work anymore, so you gotta like scavenge them and stuff like that. But it was real cool because it was like the problem with it was it was sort of like a low budget sort of game, but what was awesome about it was you did these big, like, I guess you consider them raids, but with hundreds of people, right? So there's hundreds of people literally interacting at the same time, like doing these Arcfall raids and stuff. So it was really cool. And it took, a long time, like a half hour, 45 minutes to beat them or whatever. And it was just good fun, man. So M&C Mornings, what's up? Hopefully this works.
Hey, Mooch and Crap. This is Yahweh Wee from Xbox Live. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. And let's talk PS5 and Xbox 2. We know Xbox 2 is going to be backwards compatible, forward, backward, whatever. And they keep saying PlayStation will be too, but I don't think so, because they made a fortune off of selling remasters after remasters to these Sony ponies, because they're stupid enough to keep buying them. So my question is, if the PS5 does not be backward compatible, what do you think will be the first game that they remaster and try to sell to these Sony ponies again? Do you think it'll be God of War or something else? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Thank you. Bye.
Well, I don't think they can do that next generation crap if it's going to be back and forward compatible. You can't.
Well,
rebrand it and resell it, because they should be able to push the update through.
Yeah, this is why Microsoft is in a much better position, because they're using dynamic resolution and stuff a lot already.
Yeah.
So anything that we're playing that's dynamic will just be native 4K when we play on the next Xbox or whatever. So they're in a much better position. I do think that something tells me Sony's going to go sort of traditional route where you're going to need to buy a PlayStation 5 to play games. That's not to say some won't be cross-buy or whatever, like Death Stranding or whatever. You know what I mean? I still think that those games are going to come to the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4.
Yes.
You know what? I think Sony's addicted to those bragging rights of consoles sold. So I think you're right. I think they're going to continue like wanting to sell machines, and the way they're going to do that is basically put exclusives on them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what you have to do. But the problem is Microsoft actually is invested now in exclusives, and I think that they have some very talented developers now. So I think that it's going to be a lot closer than what people think. And you also have Microsoft.
Developers.
They're working very closely with developers. Yeah.
Crap, you're right that Microsoft is in the better position right now with Game Pass already implemented. They've got everything with the Universal Windows platform. They've got that thing like up and running like semi-flawlessly to this point. So everything that is dynamic will be native. And they've got that back and forth between the generations thing, I think, on lockdown. Now, not to say that Sony won't, but you can already see Microsoft's already using it now with the X and the S, where Sony right now, it's PS4 Pro or too bad. And it seems like I don't know if necessarily I think they're gonna have to do that. That back. That's why that rumor of Sony saying that PS5 will only play PS5 games. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they're gonna be backward and forward compatible. I just think that they're gonna be a little behind Microsoft on the software end this generation, because this time, don't forget, guys, this generation we're currently in, Microsoft spent the first 2 years fixing the oops that they had, where the entire UI was based on Kinect.
And
so they had to fix
that. They also spent the first 5 years in, the first 5 years apologizing for everything.
Yeah, everything was an apology. It just was about a week and a half ago when Larry went on Greg Miller's show and stopped apologizing for the first time.
We're done with these damn apologies. He's like, no more apologies. And so there we go. You know what I mean? So I think that's cool. I like the fact that they're kind of moving on from that. They've flogged themselves enough, and they're ready to kind of move on and do their thing, and I like that. That's what they should be doing. They've got the studios. There's rumors they're going to pick up some more studios even, which would make them have actually more first-party studios than Sony. So I'm looking forward to that. They're teasing stuff. They're the ones making all the news lately. Sony's not making any news. They're not doing anything. They're living off the same games that they've had announced for years already.
Yeah, and we said this. I mean, it was a joke. A lot of you guys, and there's a lot of Sony guys here. Guys, listen, this is not a bashing on Sony. We said it back in 2016, 2017, 2018. We are now seeing Sony do what Sony does. They showed exquisite games. I like them. I really do. All 4 that are yet to come out. I can't wait.
Death Stranding. Jeez, that was
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I mean, if it's literally just No Man's Sky with Norman Reedus, I'm out. Okay, but what I'm saying to you is that's great crap. But I'm not coming around. See, thank you, Mooch. Thanks for finally showing up to the show. And my whole thing about it is they did a good job, but the problem is now for the next foreseeable future, it is what it is. Every production company that Sony has, we know what they're making. Crap, you've said this a number of times. So now that we know what they're making, that's what you're going to see at the next coming E3s. And that's why this past E3 was just like, hey, check out these 4 games, and then we're out of here.
Yeah, I mean, that bathroom break I took at the beginning was really well timed. I tell you what, man, I just don't care about The Last of Us. I mean, it's a me thing for sure, but at least I'm consistent with it. It's not that I'm a hater. It's just that that's not my type of game.
It's not your bag.
It's not my bag.
That's not my bag, baby.
Exactly. So it's not, and the Ghost of Tsushima doesn't interest me, and Death Stranding, like walking around, that definitely doesn't interest me. Like,
see, the Ghost of Tsushima, I think, would interest you. Crap, it depends on how they go about it. If they go about it the Nihon rate, direction, where you go like towards that, and Nihon wasn't made by From Software, but they definitely mooched a lot of From Software's Dark Souls play mechanics. If they do that with what is there? What is it called there? The one we were talking about there. Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
That's not going to interest you. But crap, if they go more towards that traditional, like, I'm going to say Ninja Gaiden type of gameplay, where it's a hack 'em, slash 'em up, you're going to like that.
I don't know, man. Like, I like Ninja Gaiden, but
yeah, I thought you were a fan.
I am, but like, I never. Let me think. I played the first 2, but I didn't beat them.
Right.
They were incredibly difficult games. And they're very frustrating. So even in my younger days, I was like, "Hey, these are cool." And I remember the first one on the original Xbox looked amazing, and that was like a showpiece.
And you know what? It looks amazing today.
It does, yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I have it. And I checked it out, and it does. It was so ahead of its time. But at the same time, I'm just not sure if that's something. I'll probably try it out because I try out most things. Like Death Stranding, I have no interest in buying, and probably same thing with The Last of Us 2. But Spider-Man, as you know, I already have pre-ordered, so like I'm looking forward to that. And
Spider-Man's gonna be #fun, guys. I just hope everybody keeps their. I'm look. God
everybody
of War
thinks it's gonna be 98 Metacritic or something.
God of War deserved the credit it got. I thoroughly enjoyed. I actually thought about the other night just striking up and playing After the Valkyries. I got news for you. That game deserves every bit of credit it got. And I think that Spider-Man is going to be very good. And I think it's going to be a #fun moment. But I just hope we're not in store for 2 weeks of like, greatest thing since I've gotten sliced bread and buttered, and it was cinnamon toast. I loved it. It was great. Like, it's a Spider-Man game, guys. And it's a beautiful Spider-Man game at that. But let's let's not make it the next coming.
It's a 1440p, 30 frames per second showpiece.
Woo!
Yeah.
Now that would have been a big deal. Years ago? That would have been something Digital Foundry would have tarnished. It would have been like, well, here we are. This is your good friend Ken Ledbetter, and I want to say that I love the game. But unfortunately, at 1440p, I can't say I love anything. Let's get into it, John.
30 frames per second. Bloody hell, mate.
Yeah.
That's not good at all. You would figure that the PS4 Pro would do wobbly doodles.
I remember saying that 4.2 teraflops would have been fantastic, but apparently it can't reach that power cube that we were looking for, John. And
bloody hell.
They go on and on about how grass was missing in GTA 5. They go on and on about how shadows were pixelated in something where you're moving 100 miles an hour. And now all of a sudden you've got Xbox games coming out at true 4K, and this is supposed to be a masterpiece with new hardware, and it's hitting 1440p, and it's everything splendid. Right on. And that's what we've been saying all generation, folks. I'm not giving Sony any crap for 1440p. My point is everybody was so pissed off about 180p's.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. Microsoft even said they were shocked. They're like, are we really discrediting an entire generation for 180p's? And everybody was like, damn right. Yeah. And I'm like, what? Why? So all of a sudden now the separation is way more than 180 Ps, and nobody seems to give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, how come there's no pixelation density differential coming out of Digital Foundry? That's a lot of Ds.
That is.
Try saying that sentence fast, crap.
That is a lot of Ds.
Thank you.
Tell you that's a lot of D.
It's a lot of D.
MNC mornings. You're on with Mooch and Crab.
Come on down.
Thanks, Jay.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Yo.
If I know it was this easy to call in, I've done it a long time ago. Well, first I want to say I love your show. Listen to it every Sunday. You guys are awesome. Mooch, you're the man. Crap, you're awesome. Jay, you're the shit. And, first I want to say, Crap, you got to go to E3, man. I went this year for the first time. It was awesome. And I want to say that Spider-Man, after playing it at E3 and seeing it on the screen at E3, it's not as good as everybody thinks it's going to be. It's going to be a little bit of a letdown. And that's all I got to say. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome.
Nice.
Appreciate you guys every Sunday. You take it easy.
He's not the first person to say this, crap.
Yeah, we had that the dude Zoot.
I am Zoot.
I am Zoot.
I am Zoot.
Yeah, we had him, and he said it wasn't all that. So you know what? I think if you're a fan of that type of game, you're gonna like it. If you're expecting it to reinvent the wheel, or for them to use some
Nostalgia is
crazy,
a hell of a drug.
it is, Mooch. It really is. But not only that, but people, and he made a good point, and it stuck with me, which was a lot of people expect it to have like crazy Insomniac Games weapons on it and stuff like that. It's not. It's just Spider-Man.
Right.
Because they don't really own the IP per se. You have to follow a certain amount of rules. You can't have him running around with some kind of insane teddy bear gun or whatever, like on Sunset Overdrive. So I'm sure it's going to be great for what it is. I'm just not sure it's going to be that thing that's going to reinvent the wheel or make me go, oh man, that's the greatest thing ever. And I'm just not sure I believe that.
That's the thing. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that if this thing comes out and it really is a blockbuster, I'll be the first one to say this is a blockbuster. I'll say it because I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna play it. I'm actually hoping to mooch it, but that's a different story, folks. Okay. Yeah. What I'm trying to say to you is, I think the game is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to playing it. And let me say this much, okay? I like Rise of the Tomb Raider. I think Shadow of the Tomb Raider is going to be fantastic. But I'm actually, I don't know how much. I'm going to kind of ping pong back and forth between those two games in the month of September and enjoy Spider-Man and enjoy Shadow. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, but I really do think after a few hours of the 4 or 5 or maybe there's 6 animations that Spider-Man does, and like Crap Sane and Zoot said, you're not going to get Insomniac's creative genes to run through this game because they can only, and when I say this, I know it comes off the wrong way. Like, you can only do Spider-Man. Well, like, of course you can only do Spider-Man. It's a Spider-Man game. So I get that. But like the reason that a lot of Spider-Man games kind of fall flat with time is, and in this case, what Insomniac has working for it is the beautiful skyscrapers, the beautiful landscaping, everything that they have is just, it's fantastic. It looks like the depth of view is unbelievable. It really is going to be really stunning in that nature. But realistically, when you're playing a game, you're only going to stop and look at the beautiful skyline, a dozen times, take about a dozen snaps to tweet out, and then you're going to be like, okay, now I got to play this game where, oh, that's right. What do I have to do? Oh, like the other 8 missions. Swing to the left, swing to the right, punch, kick, swing to the left. And it's like, okay, that's great. And it is what it is, right? But it just seems like that is, it's just, and they're going to use a lot of B-line villains. Once you leave the top 3-4 villains in the Spider-Man comics, a lot of us that are not hardcore, like you guys in the audience, a lot of you hardcore are the ones that are like, no, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I've got every Spider-Man since 1.
Yes, great. So what do you think about the Spider-Man? Great. It's great. It's amazing. Great. It's already 10 out of 10.
Can't even finish a sentence. You're like, hey, what did you think about
great?
But I was wondering, great. Could we just great?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's going to be great, Crap.
Of course, it's going to be great. Well, I agree with you, right? So there's like the hardcore, and then there's just like the more casual kind of, like, I know he fights Dr. Octopus and, Green Goblin. Right? Yeah. Sandman. So it's like, it's like, Venom, but apparently Venom's not even going to be in it. But, so I'm aware of that. But it's like, I'm a fan of certain things when it comes to comics and stuff, but it's like they're going to start to lose me even in like the movies and stuff, which I like the movies, right? But apparently after this next Avengers movie they're switching, and they're going to be a bunch of people I've never even heard of. So that's the point where I'll probably check out of watching those movies. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not really interested. It's like, that's why a lot of the DC stuff doesn't really interest me. Like, I watched, you know, the Justice League, and I don't even know who the villain is. You know? And it's just like, you know, it makes it not fun. So I get it. Some people probably like that stuff, and I'm sure they're going to continue to do well. But there comes a point, even with the comics, where I got out. You know, it's like, there's timelines all over the place. This person, that person, you know what I mean? Like this world, this earth, that dimension, this, like, what the hell, you know?
And that's where it like me too. I mean, you don't get me wrong. To the few Sony fans that are here, like and Crap said his piece. I'm disappointed The Last of Us 2 isn't coming out this fall. For some reason, I was just holding on to hope because Neil Druckmann was so excited. I thought we would get Last of Us 2 this fall, even if it was late November. I don't care. I don't know if it comes out December 23rd, I would buy it. It doesn't really matter. I was hoping for that, and I was hoping that, you know, that would be something that we could look forward to, because I mean, Spider-Man is going to be what you guys all think it is, okay? But it's good by the time we get to October 1st. It's over. Like the honeymoon's over.
Sort of like God of War, which I thought was amazing. But
God of War got a good 3 weeks. Crap, it got a good 3 weeks of like really in the spotlight. I think God of War actually has a Hollywood Walk of Fame star right next to Schwarzenegger and Stallone.
Yeah, you know, and I'm glad though. You know, like I think it'll be fine. But like you said, there's a lot of stuff coming out. You know, there's Spider-Man. There's you know, people want. Let's be honest. When Red Dead 2 hits, everybody's going to be on that. Everybody's going to be talking about that.
Absolutely.
Any talk about God of War, like regardless of what we think, is going to be totally done. Spider-Man done, right? Like Red Dead 2 they already locked up their Game of the Year awards. It's gonna
be interesting when the Game Awards come out, Crap, isn't it? Which comes out like 2 or 3 weeks after. Like Red Dead's gonna be the hot button for that entire time.
Red Dead already won, man. They already won that, man. Come on, we gotta be real, man. That's what failed Pyromancer with a donation. He said, I see Spider-Man as a level of quality game, and like Arkham games, it's going to have a great story and side missions, but the feel is what's going to make the game great and well received, like Batman. Well, keep in mind that only some of those are really well received. Not all of them. So, yeah, we've got to keep that in mind as well. Like, and I think Insomniac are great developers to be doing this type of game. I just, like I said, and I think it's going to score somewhere in the 80s. It's not going to be that big, you know, like 98 Metacritic that people just think that it's going to be, you know, and that's just my pick, man. Maybe, you know, that's just my opinion. So, I'm just a guy.
I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy playing games. What can I do?
Playing some games. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, hey, Jesse, shout out to you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah.
We haven't had a voicemail yet, Crap. I do want to keep that in consideration.
Yeah, we might as well get one in. Who do we got?
J-Dubs, you got one?
We have Philosopher Doom.
Nice.
Been a while.
Yes, sir.
Mooch, Crap, chat, what's going on with you? And special shout out to the fatherboard, not the motherboard. Get that shit right. The fatherboard of the program. The wizard behind the workings. My man J-Dub. Hey Jay, good brother, can you play that All Hail Jay for me real quick?
All hail Jay! All hail Jay!
You goddamn right. Anyway, moving on. I have a question regarding E3 expectations. I've seen a few people say they felt Microsoft failed for not showing any new IPs. Now, personally, I feel like that's a hardcore gamer's concern, right? And most hardcore gamers knew leading up to E3, studio acquisitions were the talk of the town, right? Excuse me. And most hardcore gamers also know how long it typically takes to make a good game, right? So with that being said, I personally didn't expect to see any new IPs. So, am I holding the L for having no expectations? Or are these complaints a bit foolhardy? You know what I mean? So, I heard your opinion is good money around here, so let me know what's the currency currently, and help your boy out with his sanity real quick. And let me know, is it a me thing or what? But anyway, good work, fellas. Love the content. Philosopher Doom in the building. Scheming and green teaming. And I'm out.
That was actually a good call.
Great call.
That was like a really good one. No, listen, I wasn't expecting a new IP at all. And the reason being is we knew what studios they had and we knew what they were working on. Now, the
Right.
only thing that they could have possibly done was had third-party deals, and I don't think that those were going to be any new IP. I knew that we were going to get some studio announcements. Like I had did videos about, like I knew about Playground Games, and I knew about who the hell is that? The zombie one as well. I knew about Undead Labs. Like me and Mooch were talking about that. I said, don't be surprised if they bought Undead Labs, right? Because I had heard some things, and they did. Now the Ninja Theory one, that one was really surprising, and then the other one, which I think that's the little bit. Maybe they could be a dark horse. I don't know. Compulsion.
Crap.
Games.
Let me say this about Compulsion, because shout out to Delilah HD, who I think it was this morning she tweeted it out. If it wasn't, it was you catch up on your tweets in the morning. Sometimes they're from late last night. But Delilah was saying that and we've mentioned it on the show, but she really put it out there for everyone to understand that when Compulsion first came out, We Happy Few, what we thought it was, that it wasn't. They went back to the drawing board, and there's like a 20-hour single-player game now, and they still have that survival game coming out with it. So, right, that shows you the talent of this team, Crap.
Yeah.
Like, to go back and be able to make this game, I'm actually enthralled and kind of excited to get into the game if there's going to be this 20-hour single player.
Yeah, because I played. Remember, I went to the preview program, right? And I played it, and I'm like, it's not what you think. It's like this survival game, right? And it needed to be, it needs to be like a BioShock type of game, in my opinion. And so apparently, they went back, and that's what it is now. It's like a story-driven game. So I think that's what they needed to do, and I'm excited for it. I have it, right? So I don't have to buy it because I had the preview program one, and then you get the full version when it releases.
Yeah, so you're lucky. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have. So we'll see what happens. Maybe that'll also go into Game Pass, though, Crap.
Well, I wouldn't count on it because it's not it's published by Gearbox.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected then.
That's going on PS4 as well. So
okay.
Yeah, I mean
doesn't mean it can't.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't mean it can't, but they signed those deals ahead of time. That's why it's going to PS4.
Right.
And, of course, in the future, their stuff isn't going to be on PS4. But yeah, that was one of the eye-raising things that I saw, because if you hear Phil Spencer talk in some of those interviews, he's like, when they went to go buy them, one of the things they were worried about was, would they be able to still publish that game and have their publishing deal with Gearbox, and they do. So, so we have to wait. They're potentially the longest we have to wait for to hear something from them. So.
All right. Well, that's all right. I mean, it's still exciting to know that something is going to be coming from this. I think I still think the jury's kind of out on their talent level, but I would say it's par, if not above par. They're right there. It's just I think they're going to they're going to get the money and the resources that Microsoft can provide for them. A lot of these companies, even Ninja Theory, we sit here and we're like, oh, we love Ninja Theory, and don't get me wrong, I loved Hellblade. I did.
Ninja Theory.
There you go. Thank you, California Raisins. But nonetheless, I think that
shout out Luca, shout out Xbox Pope, shout out everybody in the chat.
Crap, I didn't get a chance to say this because I missed it on Twitter for that day. I want to say shout out to the Xbox Pope, who I've gotten a chance to hang out with. Xbox Pope is one of the best folks you'll ever meet in real life, not just this Twitter, YouTube world we've all created. Awesome, dude. And Xbox Pope, there's a rumor out there, okay? Because if I saw it, I deleted it with my eyes that said you may not be on Twitter. Just don't get rid of the Pope. Keep him, just put it away for a second. Listen, even our biggest fans in superhero world, sometimes they put the cape away and then they come back a couple episodes later.
Yeah.
So the Pope, do not leave Twitter indefinitely. Just take a vacation. We miss you, Pope. We love the Pope.
Take a little vacation and then come back feeling refreshed and better than ever.
Yes.
Just things happen and sometimes it's not good. But yeah, hit that like button, guys, and maybe we can do another voicemail. What do we got there, J-Dubs?
We've got our old friend Diggity.
Nice.
What is up, Mooch, Crap, and Jay? This is Dirt Griggity, man. Hey, y'all. I want to talk about something. Crap, you said plenty of times that Game Pass is not going to survive unless they have content. And it made me think, next generation, when Game Pass has been out for 3-4 years, and all of those development teams they signed, their games are coming out on Game Pass day one, I think that is going to be the big difference in next gen. The PS5 and the next Xbox is, of course, going to be very comparable in power. But I believe Game Pass, and if those developers make quality games, which we are hoping, that's going to be the difference. Unless Sony come up with their own kind of Game Pass or whatever, I believe that's going to really help Xbox. I'm not saying they're going to win, but they're definitely going to do much better than they did this generation. Let me know, guys, what you think. Do you guys feel the same way or whatever? But that's all I got, man. Peace and love, guys. Keep up the great work. Peace out.
Yeah, nice. You know what? They're setting themselves up to win. I think they're going for that.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you just look at what they're doing, they're getting input from Japanese developers. They're getting input from different developers all around. They're going to do forward and backwards compatibility. They have a way to revenue to get these developers revenue quicker than Sony. I think they have a real shot. Not only that, but if you're presented with the choice of, okay, well, I can buy a PS5 and I'm gonna have to spend $60 for their games, or I can, buy the next Xbox and play all their games day and date in Game Pass. Especially, imagine if they launch that next Xbox with the Forza, a Halo, a Fable. Those are huge titles, and you'll be able to play them exactly, and you're going to be able to play those games all day and date on the Xbox. And they're probably going to give you a free month anyway when you buy the console. So
of course you are.
You're literally going to be able to play these full games for that price. That's a phenomenal value. And so I think Game Pass is fine for what it is. I just think that it won't be this huge deal until they get some of these, then it probably never will happen, get a big third party. But the first party, who knows? With the amount of content that they'll have now, they might be able to pull something off like that. So if you look at Netflix, what they just say, they're investing $18 billion into content. Like, that's what you need to do. You have to invest a lot of money. They're a lot of money. That's what it takes.
You got to spend money to make money. That's the way it works.
It is, Jay. It's literally it's the snowball that turns into an avalanche. Okay, you've really got to put all of this content in there before this thing becomes a fully well-oiled machine, and it's putting out nonstop gaming content for everybody. So Microsoft knows, they know this. The first 2 years of Game Pass, they've got to do better than they are right now, and I think we will see that. I do. I mean, things getting like Fallout. Like, look at me. Like, I'm putting my Game Pass code in for 12 months because I'm going to play Fallout 4. Like, they got me because of that game, right? But my point being is, everyone to me, well, hey, it is what it is. $60, 12 months. I spent $60 worse for other places. I tell you, I got wings at a place one time. It sucked. Okay, and a couple of beers that were subpar. It's funny. We all don't understand the value of a dollar. I think we should do that crap. We could do a sideshow on MOH Crap economics. But realistically, when you see Game Pass on sale for 12 months for $59, I mean, folks,
and that's good. We're going to see it on sale probably.
You're going to see it 2-3 times a year, crap.
Yeah. I think we're definitely going to see that. I'm like, I have it. It's not really my bag. It's not
your bag?
No, it's not my bag, baby. Yeah. But
that's not my bag, baby.
Exactly. But hopefully we do see some stuff that's added value to it. Like, I already have, whenever there's something on there, I pretty much have most everything on there. So,
well, crap. I present company, is accepted here. We don't count, and a lot of people even in the chat that are like, oh, screw Game Pass. Listen, we get you, but realistically, the average Joe out there, or AKA the casual looks at $59. That's the price of one AAA game.
Yeah,
$59 if you get the sale. For 12 months, you get 100 games. For most people that are parents, you guys know this, even if you guys are hardcore gamers, right, that are parents, you spoke to other people that are parents, and they're like, what's the difference between an Xbox One X and an S? And what's a PS4 Pro mean? Like, you're like, what, you're not in on this? I was like, of course they're not in on this. They're casual. So when they see that they can play 100+ games and all of Microsoft's first party day and date, okay, that's a big deal for people for $59. Microsoft knows this. Netflix knows this. Like I told you, when Netflix first came out, it's the infamous joke I have, but it was just What About Bob and a couple other bad movies to stream. It was just not good.
TJ Singh says he has 2,500 hours in Warframe. God bless you, buddy.
Well, you know what? Listen, let's go back to that because I think we really jumped over that.
I
What
saw
is
that
going
trending
on
yesterday.
yeah, because it's on Switch. That's why it's going to Switch right now.
Oh, is it?
That's why. That was my whole tweet this morning. I'm like, can someone tell me what the big deal is with Warframe, except for the every 6 months when a major announcement comes out for War? Like whenever there's an announcement, Warframe spikes in the dimensions, but nobody ever says to me, "Hey, Mooch, you need to get on Warframe. We're really doing this." Like, what's the deal? I think that Timidos said it best earlier in the show in the chat. He goes, Mooch, my problem with Warframe is I put a lot of time into it. And he goes, even after I put a lot of time into it, I felt like I was at day one. It just feels like you don't do anything in the game. And I think that's the whole thing with these games that maybe don't allow you that when you, like I said, when it's free to play, everyone gets everyone gets a Unity candle. Everybody come on in. Everybody light a candle, take one character. We'll all sit around and sing Kumbaya, sing songs all night. I like
that candle.
Like that candle. I like the whole Destiny threshold. The one thing that Crap doesn't like about it, I love about it. The fact that I'm putting this much time into it and that and I'm picking on Crap, but not just Crap, but anybody who's like, well, I can't play because I didn't put that much time into it. That's called life. Okay? If somebody busted their ass and worked their whole life and they have this to show for it, and you're like, I didn't do any of that, but I should have it too. No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't. You know? So, I mean,
yeah, just for me, like, I don't.
No, I hear you.
I'm like, that game's not fun for me.
No, and that's fine. If you don't find it fun, that's fine. But I got to tell you something. Except for Halo, I find it really hard pressed to find a shooter with those mechanics that are so crisp and the jumping mechanics that are so good to feel that good this generation. I dare anyone to say something that feels that good except for Halo. And I mean, that's saying something. And that's why it's very hard for me when Crap, you say you don't like it or it's not your bag, baby. Is the problem is like, I think it is your bag. I just think that you have to just kind of, start at a level with someone. I still have a character open, still waiting for that Crap. The invitation's out, the hand is out. We go through it, we bust it together, we get to like 330, then you get up there to 380 with just like, just playing Crucible, hanging out on Friday and Saturday nights. We start community game night on Destiny, get things going again. That's the thing. I think you would dig it, Crap, because it's a go-to, it's a fail-safe kind of game.
Yeah. I hear you. It's just not my thing. And, like I would much rather spend money on pretty much anything else.
It's not that bad.
To be honest with you. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I'm not really.
I must spend money on anything else.
I pretty much anything else. Like I uninstalled that game.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't uninstall anything. I've got like, 16
I uninstalled the Division.
Terabytes. Yeah, well, I who can blame you for that?
I know. People are like, Mooch, you got to get back into it. This basement's sweet.
Yeah. I remember playing Warframe when it was still a big deal that,
you remember, Crap, that was
900p.
Yes, it was one of the first games that come out.
No,
you guys
chill.
Noof in the chat did a no chills moment, folks. That was great.
I told him. I said, if you say something very outrageous in the chat, I'm playing the voice clip. I'm playing the sound clip.
Oh, well, you don't have to ask Noof.
Well, you guys remember 900p? That was a big deal from 2013 to 2016. 900p.
So great. So great. Somebody signed Crap to a record label.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You know what's really funny is the fact that I'm singing that, and I probably sound ridiculous to everybody. Like if you,
it's funny as hell.
It is, like I'm just having fun though. But for me, just again, a free game, not really interested in it.
Yeah.
Somebody, Callie says, "Why are you so picky with games?" I'm not picky, man. I like a lot of games. I'm not into Destiny. I think that was that's a game that really appeals to a certain type of player, and I'm not really into that. So
yeah, I guess
here's the thing: I'm burnt out on zombie games. Like I don't think I'm alone.
You're burnt out on shooters, it seems.
Yeah, I mean some shooters. Yeah,
I'm wondering what the heck. I mean, Crap, I got news for you, and this is not good news.
I've been playing Crash Bandicoot.
I noticed that yesterday. I almost sent you a sympathy card.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit! I sent them an e-card. Quick!
I'm just having fun with that. I like, I like that game, and it's. I like different games. It just depends.
Which one are you playing, Crap? You playing 3?
I'm playing 2.
All right. So did you play 3 yet? And I don't mean in the past. I mean currently with the.
No, I haven't tried 3 yet on the Xbox. I got the first 3 rounds done on 2.
Okay.
So you got to get 25 crystals. I think I got 15. So
all right, okay, all right. I'm gonna try to. You told me 2 and 3 is the way to go, and I apologize.
2 and 3 are better. Like they hone the mechanic. I don't care what anybody says. So, I would say play 2 and 3. You can then when you go back and play 1, you'll be like, oh, that's why. It's not great. So hopefully you can give those a try. But I got so many games. I mean, it's not even funny. I've got that remastered Red Faction remastered edition or whatever that I'm playing through.
I got it too, and I'd like to thank Crap. Thank you, Crap. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Was one of my hardest mooches of my career. It was I had to preach to Crap, and then Crap almost made me as a lawyer have to show up and be like, "Tell me why you like it and why you deserve 25 digits."
Oh, exactly.
Right? It was a hot lamp. I felt like Mumbles and Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
I was like, no. So you slowed it down. Like, Big Boy did it. Big Boy did it.
Yeah.
Big
So, but
I felt like I was under a hot lamp. That was the hardest 25 digits of my life.
Yeah, oh, I know. But so there's a lot of stuff that I'm playing right now. Like I do see people playing that Zombie Army Trilogy game from Game Pass. So I think that's where that could pay off a little bit for people. Where a game that people skipped or, were afraid to kind of jump into.
Right.
That's something that people can play. I think Noof was playing it and Timidos and even Fox. Everybody's kind of jumping on that and playing that. So yeah, like I get the Game Pass thing, and I think that it could be something that people can go back and play these old games that maybe they didn't want to try before. And I think it has its place for sure. Who else we got there, Jay? I know we got some more people coming.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot. We've got quite a few here. We've got our old friend Jay Yoon.
Jay Yoon, let's go.
Mooch Crap, J-Dubs, got a quick question. So I'm wondering if it's best for Microsoft just to go all in with their exclusives and max out the Xbox One X. I know that that's going to put a little bit of pressure as far as getting out the new system within what they want to get it out, within 2020. So I just thought that maybe they could take the 5 new studios and then just create an exclusive that just takes complete advantage of the Xbox One X, release those, and focus on that. But I do know that there may be consequences on the other end because you don't know when PS5 is going to be released. So I just wanted to get your opinion on that. I would love to see that happen. It would be great because I think there's so much potential in the Xbox One X still, and I would love to see the exclusives pull out as much power and performance as possible out of their games. Talk to you later, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure exactly what he was asking. If the Xbox One X is good enough to kind of match up with the PS5, is that what it kind of?
I think that's what it was. I caught what his purpose in his statement was, but I didn't catch the question. But yeah,
I think the X is good enough to really do, to hold its own against everything. Just look at what it's going. Okay, so that Danger Zone 2, that racing game, it has an exclusive 60 frames per second mode on the Xbox One X.
Yes,
right. It can't do it on the PS4 Pro. So I think that current gen is holding back a little bit what the X can actually do. So I think we're going to be able to see it unleashed a bit more as time goes along.
So you saying that Crap, let me piggyback off that statement you just said. Is there a chance? Is there a chance?
You're telling me there's a chance.
Yes, exactly. So you're saying there's a chance that maybe 2019 is new hardware.
I think there's always a chance.
Well, the only reason I say that is I agree with what you're saying. I think the X is completely being held back. They dumbed down the rhetoric of it, the purpose of it, because they didn't want the Xbox One family of devices to feel like they were going to be left in the dust. But we're seeing now that the X can handle maybe 1080p 60 and 4K 60 in certain cases, and definitely 4K 30. So with that being said, myself personally, and I said this on multiple shows. I'm looking forward to next generation because listen, 60 frames is going to be the standard, and I understand it's not for every game moving forward, but when you're talking about the next generation being between 10 and 12 T-flops, and you're talking about the CPU being the Ryzen, when you're talking about all this, 60 frames is not really going to be an option for developers. You've got to put that in there. Okay, that's the way I feel. And I feel like a lot of people feel like I do.
You know what? I actually feel like, Destiny 2 could be a 60 frames game, right? On the X. And I feel like the only reason it's not is because Because it has to do crossplay with the regular Xbox One and Xbox One S. So, I actually feel like it could do better, and it's actually held back. But hopefully, hopefully we can actually get something from it. I think we're starting to see that, though, right? Look, Forza Horizon 4, we're going to have a 60 frames option. We're going to be able to crossplay with people on an Xbox One S who only can play at 30.
Right.
I mean, it kind of is what it is.
Oh, I agree with you. I agree with you.
If you're paying for something, then you should be able to utilize it. And that's what I like about the Xbox One X. We're paying for it. We should be able to. Hell, what the hell is Jay doing? Is he?
I don't know.
It sounds like he's eating.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What am I doing?
I hear do you hear that stuff too?
I hear it sounds like silverware or something.
Yeah, like silverware hitting a plate or something. I don't know. Trust me, I know that sound very well.
Oh, listen to that. Chris Crap tell you that he is gourmet, folks.
Yes,
but no,
I'm just gonna reiterate that the people at home probably do not hear anything.
Oh, they can't hear that. Yeah.
Okay. So now I sound totally crazy. Gotcha.
Yeah, Crap is hearing plates and silverware smashing, and it's not happening.
You heard it too. So
I did.
But yeah, we're getting a lot more of that, and I think that's cool. I actually like the fact
it goes back to what I said a little while ago with the Destiny thing. Listen, folks, when you pull up to a red light, okay, and you have the exact same car as the one next to you, but yours says, I'm making this up, okay, the V4 and the other one has the V6, okay? There's no V4, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, there is no
There's
V4.
no V4, but a four-cylinder and a 6, right?
Yeah.
4-cylinder and a 6. My point being is that you can't sit there, roll the window down, and be like, now listen, you can't go faster than me, okay? We bought the same model. It's the same chassis. I don't want to hear it. And the guy's going to be like, that's a you problem, buddy. And he's gone.
Yeah.
So my point is,
that, my friend, is
X.
a you problem.
It so is, Mooch.
It is.
You can't have an X, and you can't expect people to go pay $500 as Microsoft and then be like, well, no, we're just trying to keep everyone together. Then why you have an X? Okay? If the X can put out a better product, that's the way it is. We're going towards the old Steambox theories, both Sony and Microsoft. They're making different iterations, mid-gen upgrades, okay, for people that want the premium service. And if you don't have to pay for it. But you can't get mad you're not getting it. I don't want to pay for that premium service, but I'd certainly like to have it for free. I'm a mooch. I know what you're saying, but it doesn't work that way.
I'm a mooch. I know what you're saying.
I know what they mean.
Yeah.
I hear you. I'm one of you. But the point is, that's just not how it works. Okay?
You're one of them. Yeah.
I am. One of us. One of us. One of us. Yes.
Dude, I hear you 100%. Also, if you guys want to call in Skype, MC Space Mornings, I'll go ahead and get those Skype calls in. We'd love to hear from you guys. What are you guys excited about? What are you playing? What do you got going on, man? Just shoot the shit with us. What do you got?
Anything in general as far as new hardware that's coming out, the rumors, this and that. I mean, listen, I got news for you guys. There's a hot topic we haven't even breached yet, and I'll throw this out there so you guys can think about calling in. But Bethesda said some very serious words kind of against Sony. And these were things we heard about Xbox earlier on in the generation, and now we're finding out that Sony's not easy to work with now.
Yeah.
So maybe it's an arrogance thing. Maybe it's the way Sony's always been in this whole 3-year for the players. Has just been a really great sales pitch. But, it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree. Jay, who do we got on deck, man? Let's go ahead and get some.
Sure. We've got Greg.
Greg, nice.
Hey, Mooch and Crap. This is Greg. Big fan of the show and longtime listener. I love what you guys do. Just wanted to say, hey, Mooch, thank you for recommending Dark Souls. I listened to you and Luca go on about how awesome it is. And at first I was skeptical because I hear all the stuff about it. It's really difficult. It makes people throw the controllers through the windows, all that stuff. And wasn't interested for the longest time, but then I heard you guys talking about it. And I saw a YouTube video of a guy that played Dark Souls so much he beat it with a Rock Band guitar. And I thought to myself, you know what, if somebody like that could do it with a Rock Band guitar, then I could do it with a controller. So I gave it a shot, and I'm absolutely hooked. I bought the remastered version, and then I got Scholar of the First Sin and Dark Souls 3, and I'm loving every minute of the remastered version. I can't wait to get to the second one and the third one after that. So anyway, thanks for the recommendation. Keep up the good work, guys, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.
I appreciate the call. It's nice to have fan feedback like that. I mean, listen, I got news for you. Look, I'm this gentleman that just called, and myself included. You know, I wasn't a Dark Souls
You have
fan.
my pity because Dark Souls sucks.
Oh God, there's another one. Crap that's like pretty soon. Crap's just gonna be playing Mario Kart.
Mario Kart rules.
Mario Kart rules. You sound like O'Doyle. Listen, I don't understand how
Mario Kart rules. Dark Souls suck.
Luca, don't pay attention to Crap. Maybe he didn't have his vitamins this morning. I'm not sure.
Dark Souls is so bad, it makes me want to cry.
It's not that bad.
Screw you! You're fired!
Exactly, Jay. Crap doesn't like games anymore. We've established that. That's what today's show will be called.
Hey,
MNC Mornings. Crap gives up on games.
So man, it's just crazy. You know, I look, I like games. I'm not a Dark Souls fan. It just seems like that. Like there's only realistically a handful of games that I won't go and play or try.
Yeah.
Dark Souls is one of those ones where I'll just never go back. I'll never play that.
Well, Crap, you know what Dark Souls? You know what Dark
Yeah,
Souls
go ahead.
is though, Crap? Dark Souls is the golf, and everyone like sports. But Dark Souls is the golf, if you will, of video games. And people are probably saying, what the hell are you talking about? Dark Souls is you versus the game. Can people come and help you? Sure. But realistically, it's you versus the game. And in golf, there's no teammates. There's no this. There's no that. It's you and the ball. And it's right from Happy Gilmore. It's a get to your home, ball. Okay? So, like, at the end of the day, it's really just you and the game. So, Crap, when you get a chance to sit down, like one of those nights where you're like, you know what? F it. Like, literally F it. I'm not in the mood to talk to anybody. I'm not going to be on Xbox Live. I just want to just hone in on this game and get a feel for me versus the game. Forget the level of difficulty. Just try it. I think you'll dig it. I really do. I think you'll like it. It's a game where you say, you know, there's people who actually said, hey, you know what I did last night? I sat down and read a book. Now, I think that person's crazy. But guess what? Right? Who says that? Saturday night, I sat down and read a book. You know, there's people at Barnes & Nobles on Saturday night having coffee, drinking a free book. That's a mooch, by the way. But listen, that's ridiculous. But there's people who dig it. And that's this. This is a game with you and the game and the game and you. I think it's really something. It's a marvel. It's its own genre. But we got
MNC Mornings, you're on with Mooch and Crap.
and the California Raisins.
Mooch and Crap. MNC, hello. Como estas, bitches? Moshi Moshi.
You're live on Mooch and Crap.
No call, Jay?
He was there, and he's not listening to me.
Good morning.
There he is.
Speak up.
Good morning.
You can't talk
Hey,
live
this
to the
is
guys. You just have to
JD
talk,
Gamer.
buddy.
Yeah, he's not familiar
Hey,
with how
Mooch,
this
hey, Crap,
works.
AJ Dubs.
Yo, it's all
Go
good,
ahead,
bro.
go ahead.
JD
Just
Gamer
ask your
on the
question.
How you fellas doing this morning?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good. That's why
So I got a
you
question for you guys.
Yeah.
We've had lots and lots and lots of video games. I mean, we've had a ton of video games coming out, and lately the quality has come into question. And for those of us that are gamers that are old enough to remember the video game crash back in the early 80s, do you think we're possibly headed for another video game crash due to the massive number of games and everybody trying to jump in and take advantage of the new gaming pie?
All right, so I think, Jay, we get his question. I'll be honest with you. I don't think we're in any kind of worry of the video game crash that took place in the 80s.
What we need is more Darth Vader.
That's
games.
true. This is true.
More Darth Vader, and I can play Darth Vader. Luke, I'm your father.
You remember that guy who used to call in all the time with that sound effect, and we flushed him? Crap.
Yeah, I know, but I'm much more entertaining.
You are. Yes, you are. You are.
It's Mooch and Crap.
Whenever you're... I'm trying to go into it.
I know, man.
I know. Well, you know, listen, here's the thing, though. I mean, he asked a good question, Crap. We were complaining. We had no games at the beginning of this generation. Now we have too many.
Yeah, well, here's
but
the thing.
It's not going to crash the system.
It's not. It's not going to do. It's not going to crash because what happened was there was no way to get information about games back then, right? So like, no anybody could put a game on an Atari. That was a big problem. You had like dog food companies making Atari games. So while there were good Atari games, when people would go into a store and you could buy like 10 for $20, that's what parents were doing. Instead of buying like the really good Atari games. And so that's a problem. And so that's basically what happened. So yeah.
I mean,
I don't think we're in any damage of any kind of
I will say this much though,
like
Crap.
that.
I think if any particular group is, I wouldn't use the word danger, but would be cause of concern, it's going to go back to the indies again. Because let's be honest now, folks, the caller just said it, and you all know this. So hear me out for a second. Like we've got a lot of AAA games that are coming out. Now they're coming out all year long. There's a plethora that come out between January and March. Now we've got a couple shooting out between May and June. And then from August on, it's fire. So where before we had the drought, and now with the new x86 architecture and the back and forward compatibility going forward, guys, the indie games that had that spotlight for the first 2 years this generation, where everybody was like, I can't wait to go home and play Resogun. Stop! Just stop it.
Nobody wants to play Resogun.
Nobody wants to play Resogun. That's like you stopping when you're leaving like Target or Walmart and there's still an arcade, one arcade there that says Baby Pac-Man. You're like, everybody hold on. Don't go to the car yet. I've got to play this game real quick. That's the interpretation of you saying I can't wait to go home and play Resogun. So my whole point is those smaller games, they don't really hold the clout moving forward because we've got so many AAA games. So the indie developers are the ones, again, just like they were earlier, before this generation started, they're the ones that I think are in the most, I would say, danger unless they're picked up by a Microsoft, a Sony, or a big publisher.
MNC Mornings, you're on with Mooch and Crap.
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, this failed pyromancer. Always glad to see you guys. How y'all doing? I actually got an opinion since we're shooting this shit, like you guys said, about when the Xbox One X2 comes out. Now, what I feel is like Microsoft's plan is they're gonna take the X and make it forward compatible with the X2. But I feel like that's when they're gonna take the most out of, like, in terms of power, is from the X, and they're gonna make games exclusive that only run on the X and the X2. And people with the original Xbox One or S are kind of gonna be missing out on certain games. So I feel like once the X2 comes out, I feel like games are only going to come out for those two systems that will only run on X and X2. Well, that's all I wanted to say. Guys, have a great day. Always a pleasure to listen. Peace.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're actually going to run on the S as well, though. At least for a while, I would think. I don't really think they're going to just stop all of a sudden. You know what I mean, Mooch?
Yeah. No, listen, you got 2 years. I've said this to a bunch of people that I've talked to just recently and playing. And that's, I don't mean to harp on the Destiny thing. It's just I'm playing that and a lot of people are jumping in and out of the, Crucible matches. We've had some great conversation and people are like, oh, you guys are loaded in already. Hold on. I'll be right there. I still have an S or a day one. And I'm like, guys, you pretty much can lock down the fact that next generation, even if the next generation consoles do come out in 2019, 2020 is still brand new for you guys. You have at least 2 years right now with the X. Hear me out. If it's within your financial means, take your S and go get it. Next time you see GameStop or anyone you like to do or sell it independently, the next time you see something where they give you an additional 20, 30% trade-in value that weekend for an upgrade to a next-gen console, do it, guys. Grab the X. You're going to get 2 years out of it right now. And there's no way, if they're willing to give you $125, I'm making this number up, $100 or $125 for your S, and the X is on sale 1 week for $350 in the upcoming months, and you're able to lock that thing down for, whatever it be, $200, $225, $250. Guys, I'm telling you right now, that's a great deal for you to enjoy the best in gaming for the next 2 years. And then, hear me out, you have an X to trade in for the next upgrade. The X is going to get top dollar moving forward because a lot of people that didn't do what I'm telling them to do right now are going to go buy the X when the Scarlet comes out. And your X is going to be worth $200. Trade in.
Xbox Scarlet.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, Jamie Moran, keep those Scarlett Johansson gifts coming. Everyone's enjoying them, and I'm speaking mainly for Mooch. But hear me out.
Well, yeah, everybody. Come on, man.
Well, I can only speak for me, but include everybody in my speech. It's a Mooch thing.
Everybody's looking.
Yeah, well, there you go. Crap is confirmed. Confirmed and moving forward. But I'll tell you, crap, if you have an S, why wouldn't you get the trade in and go get the X? It's hard to not do it if it's within your financial means. If it is.
Yeah, you'll probably get it for like, $250 or so.
$250 crap to have the X
why not?
playing everything at 4K 30, the best in multiplayer, the best that's coming out for Xbox exclusive games in the next X amount of months. It's there, folks. It's there. I don't see why you wouldn't do it. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't really make any sense. So, I think it's going to be something. Just people have to make that leap. Or trade in your PS4. Why not?
Yeah.
Just trade it in. Get rid of that damn hunk of junk.
Move up. Come on up.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy your gaming. And listen, guys, the people that are listening to MNC Mornings, Mooch, Crap, all of us, you guys are gamers. You guys are putting in 5 nights a week easy in the gaming. So to say that you don't want to have the latest and greatest in something that truly is your pastime, like obsession, like enjoy it. There's people that are like, I still got the S. There's somebody like, oh, Mooch, hold on.
I got the S.
I'll be in there in a minute. I still got the day one. Hold on a second.
Hey, dude, for the longest time when I was playing PUBG with Grave, he was on the day one Xbox. He would be like, I'd be in a house searching for items. And he'd be like, hold on, the door hasn't loaded in yet.
I remember that. We were playing with Grave. We and you loaded into the game. And for some reason, Grave was still stuck in yesterday's game. It's how far back he was.
It's hilarious. I thought that was like one of the funniest things ever. And finally, he upgraded, thankfully. So,
nice.
It's good stuff.
It is.
MNC Mornings, you're on with Mooch and Crap. Yeah.
Okay. Great Canadian web slinger, Mighty Spidey here. That's my web slinging, guys. Pretty sad, but anyways, all hell Jay. All hell Jay. Yesterday I played Halo 5 again. Played it for a little bit. I just wanted to say for the storyline, I know you guys want to kill Locke and stuff like this. I think there's too many characters now for them to just sort of go away from that unless they do a different timeline for Halo 6, I guess it is. Anyways, I think they can include all the characters like Locke and the Orbiter, because remember they all sort of met together at the end. And not necessarily make them like main characters that you play, but like sort of like, oh, we can hear Locke and Locke's over there and blah 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 blah. So he doesn't have to necessarily be like go back and forth. Make it Master Chief centric, but keep the characters alive, keep the story alive with them, because I don't know how you'd get rid of them in the story. That'd be hard. Anyways, on top of that, I have a question for you, because after hearing like what's happened with you in Florida and all this stuff in terms of like your powers down here and there and all this stuff, and myself personally, I've gone through multiple generators. My best generator I have right now, I don't know if you have a generator or not, is the Honda. If you're going to ever buy a generator, buy a Honda. 1200 or 5000 will more than do the trick for some of the stuff, because I hear sometimes how you were like ferrying animals in and out to cool them off and stuff like that. So I'm just curious, do you have a generator or multiple generators for when you go down? Thanks a lot, guys. I thought that Thursday impromptu show was really good, and keep it up, and maybe it was your way of introducing for the Thursday MNCs. Anyways, love you guys. Love you, Jay. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
I use generators for my life support.
It's his life depends on it. Do you have generators, Crap?
Yeah, some.
I have some, but it's like you can't use them for everything. You know what I mean? It's like and they don't work. Like you need really big generators to get them to work with stuff with like air conditioning and things like that. So
air conditioning, no, but I mean, if you had one, I know a few people that have them hooked up to their homes. And I think why they have them up here, we don't really run into that
almost
issue.
have to. I mean,
but yeah, where you are, I don't blame you. But I mean, you could use Crap. Yeah, you're right. For air conditioning, I wouldn't probably say you're good to go, but I would definitely say that. And I mean, this is completely, some people are like first world problems, but like you would just kind of, get the generator up and going. And there's nights where you don't have power for a night or two. It'd be cool if you could just game. That wouldn't use that much power.
Well, I do have. That's what I have a 3DS for, though. You know what I mean? So, I'm on that.
That's like me saying, well, when the power goes out here, that's why I have crossword puzzles.
Yeah, I also have a DVD player in my car, so
Yeah.
I just chill with the AC on.
But that one that Mighty Spidey's talking about, a friend of mine that just got a generator hooked up to his house. I don't know if it's a 1200 or 5000 series, but it is a Honda, and he said they are the best ones. So I do agree with him there.
Yeah, I mean for sure. There's like like the one at work, which I don't really get into that too often. Is like when that happens, like I was able to hook up big industrial fans to keep everything kind of cool there.
Right.
So yeah, it was like it's a little bit different, but yeah, it's like I watched the trial. Like here's the thing. I've lived in Florida for like 26 years, and that's off and on because I've lived other places, Maryland, Michigan, things like that. But that was the first hurricane that I've been through, and it does leave a little bit of. Now I watch that, they're like there's new ones out there, and I'm like, huh, you know what I mean? Like because I remember if you've never done that, like basically each day was okay. I'm gonna get in the car and I'm gonna, and I got my dog with me and I'm like, let's try to get some gas today, and then you wait. It's like a 2-3 hour thing. Let's get some ice and it's a 2 hour thing. It's like it's bad. It's it's not fun.
I tell you, man, if it's within your means, get that for sale sign right in front of that house. Let's get that train moved up north.
He says, crap, you that old, man? No, man, I'm 36, but I mean, I've been, living in Florida for 26 years.
That's impressive that you've been down there that long, considering you're not born in Florida.
Yeah, well, my folks moved us here early on, so.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, you hear shout out to Clowns, Italian Clowns. He can't wait to get out of Florida. Just for the food alone.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Just for the food.
Shout out Italian Clowns.
Shout out to the Clowns.
Clowns. Four guys with orders.
Let's do another voice call. Voicemail, Jay.
Voicemail, Jay.
That's not my name.
That's not my name, damn it.
We have KH Masters.
All right.
Yeah.
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub, this your boy, KH Masters. Just calling you back, see how y'all doing. It's been an interesting, good week for Xbox, the Fortnite stuff, the State of K2, had a good month, so, all in all, a good month. I think a lot of things are changing with after E3 as we now, and before that, we now seeing that Phil Spencer's, organization is getting a lot more tighter, We now understand who's the boss, and we got clear chain of command. I think that helps a lot with the business. You have to know who's the top boss, who's the manager, and who's over what. So I think now that we got more studios, he needed somebody to actually take care of. He can't maybe easier to take care of 5 studios, but 9 to 10 studios a little harder for just one man to be over that and over all the money and over everything. So I think the Matt Booty hire makes lots and lots and lots more sense now. My question is to y'all is about State of Decay 3. What do you think they need to add to make it way, way bigger for the next one? I think one thing that would help it out, especially from the multiplayer side, is if you had you could give a friend a dedicated storage area, so where he could store his stuff and it would transfer seamlessly, so you could bring home lots and lots of supplies when you run with a friend, instead of just maybe a backpack full. But you guys bring a car full, or even you bring your own storage there. So this is a suggestion. What do y'all think? Peace.
Matt Booty's the man. Well, we knew all along that he was hired to run a studio.
Right.
I mean, it only made sense. So, I think that what they're doing is they're definitely on the right path. Right. I was worried before E3 too, just like everybody else. So there's no sense in denying that. I was worried, and they really kind of alleviated a lot of that with the announcement of the new studios and things like that. So, I mean, Gears 5, even their long-term franchises like Halo and Gears are getting much more respectable treatments in terms of being allowed to do new things and taking time that they need to. And from all points that we can see, same thing with Forza Motorsport, right? That's probably going to take
all expanding on what they have, which is something they should have done a while ago, but hey, better late than never. I love where they're going with Halo Infinite. Gears 5 is going to do those off-side quest things like God of War does. I think that's something, and the Gears world is so much more enthralling. I can't wait
Gears
to dive
5
into
looked that was amazing looking game. Yeah,
it does. It looks fantastic. It really does.
That was absolutely a phenomenal looking game. Hey, make sure you guys hit that like button.
Yes.
We appreciate it. And again, if you guys want to call in, feel free to go ahead. But Jay, who else we got on deck? Let's go ahead and knock out another one.
Certainly.
Yes, without the oops.
Unless he's...
You may be on the phone.
No, I'm here. I just didn't mute everything.
Okay.
We've got Sir X-Man on deck.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. We're getting here with the donation, Sir X-Man. Quick.
Yeah, Sir X-Man's the man.
Hello, Mooch and Crap. This is Sir X-Man. And I have a question for you. Like me, more people have multiple Xboxes in their house so they can play games with their family online. And everyone I know only has one PS4 in their house, but they also have multiple Xboxes. So my question to you is, in a nutshell, it seems like more people would rather play multiplayer games and get their single players on one single console, but play more multiplayers with their friends and family on the Xbox. I'm just wondering your thoughts on that, and that's about it, guys. Have a good one. Take it light, and you know what I'm going to say. If I win, give it to Luca. Gotta go.
I think that, like, I think it would be disingenuous to go, oh, well, PlayStation fans just enjoy single player games. I think PlayStation fans would love a multiplayer exclusive, to be honest with you.
Right.
And I think Xbox fans would love a single player exclusive.
Right.
Like, we all get stuck in these kind of pigeonhole situations, and I think that's probably wrong. I think that, just if you look back to the PS3, Sony did plenty of multiplayer games. You had Resistance 1 through 3.
Yeah.
They did
the kill
games
zones
like
were coming out more frequently.
The Killzone 2 and 3. Killzone 2 was actually pretty good online. They had these games. They had SOCOM Confrontation, MAG, SOCOM 4. That they had a lot of multiplayer games.
Yes.
So I think that's just kind of we get stuck in these fanboy kind of things, like, oh, Xbox people only want shooters, Sony people only want a single player game. It's wrong, because if you look at the most popular games on PlayStation, still it's like Call of Duty, Destiny. You know what I mean? It's still those type of games. And if you look at on Xbox side, like the top paid games was like Nier. So people saying that Xbox fans won't buy Japanese games, that's wrong. They bought Crash Bandicoot. That's one of the top paid games. Like, I think it's just like there's a lot of wrong going on in people's assumptions. So I think that hopefully it really kind of helps people understand that.
Agreed. We have a call.
MNC Mornings, you're on with Mooch and Crap. Go.
Hey, Mooch, Crap, J-Dubs. This is Thunder. Nightwolf Thunder here. It wasn't last week. I coughed the last, I remember calling the last MNC Mornings. I asked for 2 questions. You guys only answered 1. But I'm going to repeat it again. One of the question was about the Ninja Theory. I just want to know if I know Crap said that the next Hellblade might not happen because they're working on something else. But if, let's say, the next Hellblade comes, would it be exclusive to the Xbox? That's all I want to know. That's all I got for you today, guys. So just answer that question for me. Thanks. All right, bye.
I think
it would be exclusive. Everything they do, and they already said that anything they do from here on out is going to be exclusive to Xbox. Hellblade was made with like 20 people. The team, they got a 100-person team. There's no way that they're doing Hellblade 2. They're doing a new IP, in my opinion. So, I would just assume that we're gonna get something. They're the studio we're gonna get something from first, I think.
Right.
Of the new
I think because compilations just still working on We've Happy Few that's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Of course, Playground, we know they're going to be deep into something for a while. Ninja Theory does seem to be the one.
Yeah,
and I would
because
say
Hellblade came out a while ago. Yeah.
and Undead just came out with State of Decay. You know, it's funny. The last caller also had a question to get back to his. Was he said, "What do you think State of Decay 3 needs?" Polish.
Yeah, a bigger budget and dedicated servers. A
Yes.
King Ram says no more likes on your videos until you retract your comments about Dark Souls. All hail Jay. Hey, listen, man, Dark Souls isn't for me, but if you guys like it, that's fine, man.
It's not his bag.
It's yeah,
baby.
It's just not my bag, man.
It's just not his bag.
It's not, man. But
He's like, this kind of thing is my bag by Austin Powers. Baby.
This kind of thing is my
so good. I love it.
Yeah, so I'm not really knocking it, man. Like, it's
No.
not my thing, just because that's not my type of game. But you know, I can understand the appeal. Some people just like to play a game because it's difficult, man. I get it. I can dig it, but I'm not. You know, it's not really my thing that I'm gonna waste time on playing. So anyway, Jay, we got 2 more, so let's go ahead and do one more.
Do it.
Who we got? Who is it? Maybe Jay's on a voicemail.
He might be. He might be on an incoming call. That being
Jay's
said,
on a voicemail, or he's got a call. Yeah.
Jay, I am your father. Listen to me. Turn to the dark side. Now. Do it. Do it now.
there it is. Right on cue. Spider-Man in the chat crap says he just got done playing Ori and can't wait for the second one. I'll tell you, Ori's a great game. That's something we're not even talking about.
Is amazing.
MNC Mornings, you're on with Mooch and Crap.
Hello, how you doing, guys? Big fan of both shows. I'm calling from what I like to say Randall Thor's neck of the woods, the good old Midwest. I do have 2, maybe 3 questions. One is definitely a tech question. I know you guys talk about options and the options for consumers. So I was thinking, like, with this cross progression, cross play, would that be an option? Could you know how you guys like to do keyboard and mouse as an option for games? Would cross progression or cross play become an option to where people can choose to have that or not when they play their games? And I do have an Xbox One S still, and I've decided to withhold buying a further console until the next generation comes out. So would you, I guess because everything is Xbox enhanced, would, since the Xbox One S can do HDR and 4K, would, when they say Xbox One X enhancements, does that still work for the Xbox One S? I'd love to hear you guys' information on that. And love the show, guys. Keep going. Mooch, you're my soulmate. You guys, for some reason, you and me, we tend to agree on the same things even before you even say it. So keep up the good work, and love to hear you guys on further podcasts. Peace out.
Nice, very cool. Always good to hear a Mooch maniac. I love Mooch.
He's my soulmate.
There we go.
I have to tell you something. I got to tell you guys something about that caller. So his name was Midway 7 Monster. Okay.
Nice.
And then when he came up on Skype, he's this beast of a man. He looks like he's got to be about 300 pounds of muscle, and he's full of tats. The guy just looks like a monster himself. So shout out to Midway 7 Monster. Yeah.
A Mooch maniac. Sounds like a Mooch maniac. No, well, listen, you know, I'll tell you something. Let me reach out to him real quick. I'll tell you. So I'll go in reverse order here. He says Xbox One S. Yes, it can do HDR. Yes, it plays 4K movies. But realistically, I still think that you should, and I know if you've been listening to the whole show, I won't go on the whole harp again, but I think that you should look at the best trade-in values and get the X, because what you're asking is the Xbox One X enhanced games. The S will not be able to do that. And you're talking about everything you've collected as far as your gaming library from 2013 till now. There's a crap ton of games that are Xbox One X enhanced. So you may want to replay them. You may want to enjoy them in higher fidelity, a higher resolution. Some of them have a frames option to up the frames. There's a lot of different things that you can do by upgrading to the X besides just getting the HDR and the 4K Blu-ray capability that your S has. And it's your value. your S right now still has a value. That S is going to have no value once Scarlet comes out because it's going to be 2 generations back for all practical purposes. We're not counting it that way, but it's too far back to actually, you're probably going to get $50 for right now. You might get 100 or 125 on a good sale week or a good trade up. So take all that into consideration as far as that goes. And the crossplay thing, I think Crap is, we've said this a number of times. Crossplay is something moving forward that I think has to be an option. It has to be a toggle. Not everybody wants crossplay. I know I don't want it in a lot of different things. I like cross progression, but I'm not a big fan of crossplay as much as the media makes it out to be this great thing. By the way, the media is like, we all need crossplay. We should all have crossplay. And then when you hear Greg Miller, he's like, well, I don't really play multiplayer games. I don't really like playing with people. You're like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, I mean,
he just blows with the wind to sound like he's, he'll blow with the wind as long as it doesn't blow out the Unity candle.
Yeah, I think it's important to be able to keep the stuff you buy, like the cross progression. That's more important to me. I think that makes a lot more sense, in my opinion, than the cross play. But I get why everybody's pushing the cross play stuff. As long as you always have the option. As long as you have the option to turn it off, I think that's the most important thing, in my opinion. So hopefully,
agreed.
Yeah, hopefully that's something that they keep in mind for the future, because I'm not a big fan of it. I turn it off when it comes up, to be honest with you. So
I don't even turn it on. Like I don't even, there's times you've been like, well, I shut it off, and I'm like, I have to tell you, I'm like, well, where is it? Because I don't even look for it. To me, it's a never was.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you don't turn it off, a lot of times it's on by default.
Well, and which one is that?
Like Fortnite and stuff. I think you got to turn Fortnite off. Yeah.
Wait, so you do have to set it off on Fortnite?
Yeah, I think so, man.
Damn, all right. I thought you had to turn it on. That's real sinister, right? That's not fair.
Well, I know, man. It's
on by default. It should be off by default.
Yeah.
It's Fortnite.
What you guys don't know is I just purchased a ticket to Florida to go and remove this entire package of software from Crap's computer.
No, you can't do that because I'm the Crapgamer.
I'm reaching out to Hellhammer as we speak. Hellhammer, disable it. Disable it,
MNC
Hellhammer.
Mornings. Yeah.
I heard that Crap's going to start traveling with the Wiggles. And he's going to come out as the Rhino, of course. And he's going to be like the auto-tune Rhino.
It's funny we say that, but that would have been a great band name in the 1950s, Crap.
It would have. Not only that, but what's funny is I remember one time I think me and Mooch were having this conversation about something, and he's like, "Yeah, well, next thing you know, we're gonna have to go around doing birthday parties and dress up like a rhino."
It'll be like that movie Old School, where we're all walking around in a bird and rhino outfit, and you're like, "No, put that helmet back on.
Put it back on." Yeah,
put that back on.
So,
all right.
I could imagine.
Mooch and Crap doing birthdays. Hey, realistically, it doesn't even have to be us. It could just be 2 guys in those outfits and pre-recorded one-liners when you press their hand. Right? That's a you problem. Now give me a piece of cake.
I would do great in a big old rhino suit, though. That'd be great. If we ever do like a convention, man, I'll wear a big old rhino suit.
That's not a bad idea. I wouldn't mind. You know what? Actually, no. I think we should be at the convention. We should be at E3 in our own booths and just hire 2 people to be in those outfits.
Yeah, like wave the people.
Somebody would volunteer to do it.
I'm sure we could definitely get somebody to do that. I would assume that people would love to do that for us.
Why wouldn't you?
Exactly, man. Hey, if you'd like to do that, hit up J-Dubs, man.
Yeah, hit J-Dubs and let them know, because I got news for you. There's got to be a code in it. We got to mooch a few free codes while we're out there. You'll get one of them. That's for damn sure.
Absolutely.
It's worth a game.
MNC Mornings, you're on with Mooch and Crap.
Hi, this is Gmail 1172 coming at you. They buy it. They buy it. They think it's G-Man. Japanny may go. Japanny may go. This is G-Man 1172. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm off Team Xbox. They're not fulfilling my needs as a core gamer. We're talking about core, okay? Core gaming, okay? And that means sitting in my room alone, touching my mangina, and playing Penisona 5, okay? I'm talking about games with substance, where I get to stand in turn-based combat and let my opponent hit me first. Yes, it takes real strategy and skill, and these are things I've learned from my downstairs neighbor, Yusuke. he's a good guy, actually. I was wrong to curse him out that day. I was really wrong. So I just want to let you know I will not be tuning into your show anymore. No, they buy it. I'm not going to tune into your show anymore, guys. And, I hope you guys see the light and get Penny May, go!
That's G-Man Jerky Boy. There's nobody. Listen, he does voices outstanding, and he doesn't even have a software program. Crap, he's doing voices. I love it.
Yeah, well,
Thank you,
not
G-Man.
everybody can work the software program.
Not everybody can do that.
Yeah,
This is
not,
true.
not everybody can, but hey, I do. And hey, what are you gonna do? You know, it's all a
Nothing.
good time, man.
It's only you and Kanye that can do it right, right?
That's so great.
I appreciate it. So we got one more voicemail, don't we? We're way ahead of schedule. That's
Actually,
great.
we've actually got two more.
Oh, that's all right. We'll take a surprise
Okay.
call in. Yeah.
Let's do one.
So let's do middle-aged gamer guy.
Okay, so Mooch.
Nice. Hey, get out of here.
Gentlemen, good morning. Happy E3 day. It's middle-aged game guy calling you guys.
E3 day?
Let's get something out of the way first. Mooch, when you go on vacation, I don't care if you're sitting on the beaches of Antigua with a coconut drink in your hand, you get an extension cord and a mic, and you stay on the air. You should have heard poor Crap last week on Xbox Nation. It was like a single mother raising 6 kids. Poor guy. You can't do that to him. You can't do it to us. Anyways, all joking aside.
Single mother.
Now that they got Crackdown 3 coming out in February, you guys were talking about it on Crossfire about how they couldn't release in the fall because there'd be too much competition. Now February's filling up. Now we've got Anthem, you've got Days Gone, and now Crackdown 3's coming. Do you guys feel that maybe they kind of reacted a little too quickly? Maybe they should have waited a little bit closer to after E3 to announce an exact date? Maybe to push it to March or January, something like that? That's my first question. My second question is, now that Game Pass no longer has Crackdown coming out, now all you've got is Forza Horizon 4, presumably, for the next 8 months. Now this goes back to my first call about making a big deal for Game Pass, a big third-party deal. Do you guys think that that's more important than ever now that you've got only this one game between now and February of next year coming? Anyways, guys, enjoy E3. Have a great day. And middle-aged game guy, we'll talk to you guys soon. Jay, I didn't forget about you. I love you. You're a Canadian as well. All right. Have a good day, guys. Bye.
I think
That was a straggler from the old ones that were left over.
Yeah. Well, we did enjoy E3. It was great.
Well, but
Wonderful.
his questions still hold water. He's saying Crackdown 3 being pushed back. Here's the thing. I don't think Crackdown 3 gets pushed back because it's coming out with the other 4 games. I think this is just wild on my part. I like to think outside the box. When you're picking your NCAA bracket in March, everyone, if you just pick chalk and you go right down all the first and seconds to win it, there's a good chance you're not winning your bracket. But you got to have a couple surprises. The surprise out of those 4 games coming out February 22nd timeframe is I think Days Gone gets pushed up. I think it goes. I think it gets released end of January because the game's ready. It's just that they just probably picked that out of thin air. Now everybody's there. Anthem owns that date as far as I'm going to go out there and spend $60 on February 22nd. Crackdown is going to be in Game Pass, and that's where people are going to play it. So I think realistically, that being said, it's really that's not going to affect Crackdown's date.
I think they pushed back Days Gone a month or so. I think we push it back.
See, but crap, the reason I say this is because we don't know what's coming out in March and April next year yet. There could be 2 big blockbuster games, third-party games coming out that we're unaware of. We know nothing really is coming out in January except for the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Well, nothing. The reason why stuff doesn't come out in January is because everybody already spent all their money over the holidays.
Right.
So that's why I say, and Sony's had a lot of success with March, April releases.
It's possible.
Yeah, I think they're going to push it back. They're going to be like, you know what? To get the best possible product out, we're going to have to delay our game. And
crap. Speaking of March, that thing that came out this morning, that Idle Sloth who's always on Twitter, usually has some pretty good info. He said that he saw that leak on, I don't know if it was Amazon or where it was, that Gears 5 would be coming out in March 2019. That doesn't really hold water, right? Did you see that this morning?
Yeah, I did see it, but I'm not really sure if that's something that's going to happen. I would assume that's a holiday game,
The only way I see Gears 5 coming out in March is if Halo Infinite comes out next November. I don't see how. I think that Gears 5's got holiday written all over it.
MNC Mornings, you're on with Mooch and Crap.
Mooch, Crap, this is Earthrealm Games, and I'm calling with an important message to all the people that play games. Current generation, old generation, all generations. We have a serious crisis in the physical game market, I believe, looming on the horizon. And I believe that this is going to allow companies like Microsoft, Sony, and the like that are building these ecosystems that exist in nothing but servers that they control. I believe that ultimately we're going to see a overall increase in the cost of games, because there's not going to be any competing markets for these games except for, say, new retail releases. Anyways, my battery's about to run out on my headset. So anyways, I just wanted to plug Earthrealm Games. We got a new project that I'm announcing right here on your show, worldwide announcement. Basically, the project is going to be Operation Deep Freeze. It's like I said the last time I called in about it being about, something that's real. I think this is the next step in video games. I believe that making games that reflect real life, and not just, real life through a mainstream lens, but real life through that alternative lens. I think that is going to be the next step in game making that is going to reach 1 billion gamers, and not just, try to make $1 billion. But, I'm thinking that we can reach 1 billion gamers with real stuff, real truth in games. And maybe that's a new way to teach people about the world that they live in. So with that, I just want to thank you guys for what you do. Peace out.
Operation Deep Freeze. I'm not really sure what it's all about, but thanks for doing that and saying that. We appreciate that on MNC Mornings.
I actually thought that was him still doing his outro.
Mornings with Mooch and Crap, and sometimes J-Dubs.
It's that damn thing. Oh God.
No, yeah, I have no idea. So he's actually a game developer.
It seems it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
hey, that's cool, man. Nothing wrong with that.
No, it's good stuff. Good stuff. I'm glad he calls in. I'm glad he's a part of the show. Hey, listen, it's not bad. Don't mind a simple plug here and there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Sure.
It is what
Exactly. Do we got one? We got one more, right,
I
Jay?
think we got one more.
Yeah, we've got one left. This is an old one as well, so I'm sure there'll be some nostalgia in the
Nostalgia's
question.
a hell of a drug, so we're
Damn
good.
right
Last I
it is.
heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is Matthew K.
Matthew K. Let's do it.
Yeah. Do it.
Hey, Crap, Mooch, Jay. I just have a quick question for you guys. Do you think that Microsoft's going to drop another Age of Empires on us and bring us another PC exclusive? Possibly one of those Gears rumors, possibly PC only or something like that. We know how much Mikey Barra loves promoting the PC platform. EA's bringing Madden. They touched on Origin Access and left EA Access out, with no word about that at all yesterday. But just wondering if it's going to be about a half hour today of nothing but PC. And you guys have a great show, Mooch. I'm glad you're back. And happy E3, everybody.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not E3, but
they did announce that that Gears game that they did get some blowback from that. So, I mean, I guess we'll.
Yeah, it's funny because the same thing goes back to what we were saying a little while ago, Crap, about keyboard and mouse, right? So there's keyboard and mouse, and I think that sure. I think some people are saying they use it now. So the fact that there's going to be an official one that Microsoft kind of says, I don't think that that's a big deal. I do think that you take like Age of Empires, you take like that game, that Gears game that we saw at E3. If those games are now available to Xbox One players through keyboard and mouse, and you'd have to have a keyboard and mouse to use it, then that's fine. Who cares? It doesn't affect your day-to-day gaming at all.
Yeah,
not even a little. So
I agree.
That's where Xbox is going with the future is the word options, folks, right? I said that we're in the generation of options. A lot of people like to drive with the windows down and the air conditioning on high. Why?
Hey, VR is the future, people. It's the future.
It's not so much.
Don't even go there. It's the
He's
future.
hip.
I'm telling you, it's great.
He's cool.
It's great. Damn it.
I think
VR is the future, people.
it's the future, all right. An alternate universe.
It's the future, people like me. This is the future of Crap Gamer. I'm an Android. Play VR. It's me. Yeah.
No, I look, I get it. Some people don't like VR. That's why I don't really talk about it that much. It's like
Yeah.
something that I just do
Well-
on my own. I have fun with it, and
I think it's twofold, Crap. I mean, don't get me wrong. You actually had a good. I liked your stance on VR, and I liked that you actually had that pedestal to stand on. And then once Xbox pulled out of VR, it just literally one of the first times an Xbox move kind of even deflates Sony's a little. You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, now everyone's like, okay, so one team's gonna stick with it, I guess. We'll see how that whole 3D TV thing works out for them in the VR space.
I think it's completely different than 3D TV. But I mean,
It's completely different. Yes, I'm not comparing. I'm just comparing the fads. I'm not comparing the technology.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and that's why you're saying it. Listen, there's really no reason to stand on a pedestal right now. It does seem like it's a dying tech. But and even listen, forget me and you. We had the Cliffy B's and all the people that are out there from Facebook and everybody. Oculus is life. Life is Oculus. Put this headset on and live the life like we do, where there is no outside. There's no need for windows, and who needs a clock? Okay, and that's the reason nobody likes VR. Is we like windows, we like outside, and sometimes people like to know what the hell time it is. And I mean, that's what it comes down to, is you lose all sense of reality. And it's why it's a great experience in the mall. It's a great experience maybe for the health industry, the architecture industry, but not necessarily, or the astronomers of the world, but not really when it comes down to 24/7 gamers. And that's what I think that happened there. So I kind of went off on a rant there. But you know what? We have a wheel. Jay, do we have a wheel?
we still got plenty of time, man. We've got 15 minutes, bro.
We got 15 minutes, Crap. But let's make sure we have a wheel.
I have a request for Crap. So Crap, go into the group chat, read what I said, and I want you to say that in the high Android voice you just played.
There you go.
Because anyone who's Canadian who grew up in the 80s will totally love it.
There you go.
Okay. Let's try this out. I am a star, a robot. I can put my arm back on. You can't, so play it safe. It's an old commercial for safety from the 80s, and I read that just like...
You were supposed to stop at the end of the quote.
I know, but yeah, I was reading it like a teleprompter. Like, what's his name?
Yeah, Crap was Ron Burgundy.
I was, man.
Anything you put on the teleprompter, Crap will read. He will read it.
Oh, I'm putting everything in the teleprompter now.
Do me a favor, yeah, Jay, do that again, and then at the end put "I'm Crap Gamer" with a question mark. And I'm Crap Gamer.
I can do that better. I am Astar, a robot. I can put my arm back on. You can't, so play safe. I'm Crap Gamer.
That's perfect.
That's awesome. No, seriously, like that was a commercial from the 80s that we used to watch
Canada?
In Canada. So it was really high tech for its time. It was like this CG. It was, it was all computer generated. It was this weird looking robot jumping through this weird mechanical world, and then all of a sudden it stopped, and then this blade came out of nowhere and cut its arm off, and then she took the arm and she just put it back on. So it was like, because she's a robot, and then she says, I am Aster, a robot. I can put my arm back on, but you can't, so play safe. So it was like a safety video for kids.
That sounds pretty lame, but yeah.
It sounds horrifying for children.
I'm putting it in the chat so everyone can see it, because I'm sure it exists on YouTube somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, I got a question for Crap and J Dubs. Since this has been such a Warframe, and then we were discussing Destiny. All right, Anthem is coming out February 2019. Crap Gamer, I'll start with you. Are you going to play Anthem, and are you going to play it religiously? I don't mean are you going to turn it on, turn it off.
Try it. I'm definitely going to try it.
You know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
It's Destiny with a Titan.
Maybe. I mean, that sounds
so are
badass.
You out?
I don't know. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, that's not the question. I know you're gonna buy it. I know you're gonna turn it on. I get it.
It depends. I think that if they do something good with it, if it's got a good story, I'm in. If it's,
It's gonna get, but it's gonna be a short. It's not gonna be the longest story of all time. I mean, it's gonna be a good story.
if it's like find grimoire cards and read them online, then I probably won't care. You know what I
Don't
mean?
forget
Like
Mass Effect's early games crap. Everyone likes to talk about how great the story was, but a lot of it was like, when I say reading, I mean get out your spectacles,
dude. I love the early Mass Effect games, man. I still like Mass Effect 1, man.
You
That
must
was
look like Benjamin Franklin with those spectacles hanging down over your chest.
No, listen, that was the one that was more RPG like than the other ones, you know. So Iceman says Crapgamer won't play it. No, I'm getting it. I'm playing it. Damn it, I'm playing it. I'm getting it, and I'm gonna love it.
You know what sucks? Why can't we get games gifted that are ready for pre-order? Why can't somebody pre-order me a game gift? Xbox, fix yo shit.
Are you looking for someone to mooch you a copy of Anthem already?
Well, we are talking about it, but nonetheless, thanks for bringing that up, Crap. I appreciate it. But what I'm saying to you is, why is it we have games that are pre-order? If I can pre-order it, why can't I pre-gift it?
I have no idea. I think you should be able to.
I don't think that's a big deal, because when you go to hit Crap, you tell me, you pre-order a lot of games.
Yeah.
When you go to hit pre-order, it does it start a download? Does it flag something?
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's weird because when I mooched Anthem, or when it does if it's preloadable, if you can, right? So
Right.
when I mooched Near,
yes,
the guy couldn't get it to me. So you know it's
he couldn't because it wasn't up
at
for
first, 'cause when you can pre-order it, right? So it wasn't until it was actually available,
right,
that you know that he was able to do that. So yeah,
I love shout out to Primal Evo. She's like, this is new. This is pre-mooching. It is
I
pre-mooching.
would love the pre-mooch. Yeah, I mean that's what we live for. You know, you want to go out there and kind
Well,
of.
that's the whole thing. Like, that would be great. You want to talk about making my day? Here's the thing. Listen, think about it this way, Microsoft. I hope you're listening. So if I get a game right now, let's just say a game came out. Okay, The Crew 2. I don't have it. All of a sudden, right?
Thank goodness, right?
Well, whatever. But I'm saying, so it's out, and I leave the podcast, and it says, Mooch, you've been gifted The Crew 2. Well, that's great. And honestly, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll play it. I'll give it a shot.
Hey, somebody mooch me a copy of The Crew 2.
But if somebody says, hey, somebody just pre-mooched you, pre-ordered for you Anthem, let me tell you about the gift that keeps on giving, folks.
Yeah.
That means that I know from today in July of 2018 all the way to February 2019, I've got a game coming to me that's already in my library, already secured to me, and that gives me such an awesome feeling for not one day, not 1 minute, not while it's downloading, but for up to 8 months. Folks, that's the gift that keeps on giving. And that's what Microsoft should do. If you can pre-order it and buy it, which is what a pre-order is, why can't you pre-gift it?
Yeah,
that's what I don't get. You know?
I don't. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with that, Mooch. I guess that's something that Microsoft needs to work on. We should get on them.
Well, I will. I will.
I will.
I don't know who the hell I will reach out to, but somebody's going to hear it. You know who else I'll reach out to? You know who listens to everything? He listens to the show too. Shout out to James Shields. James is a big fan of the show. He works for Microsoft. He's in the controller accessories. I always say the accessories department because I don't know his actual title. But he's out there. He's always busting his hump and doing a hell of a job for Xbox. So James, pre-gift. Think about it this way: when you have to make the pitch to Phil, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Like, you get the gift today, you open it, it's over. I'd like to know I have a gift coming. It makes me excited for 8 months.
I agree.
I know everybody in the audience right now is looking to see if this is a thing, and it should be.
It should be. I want to
write your local senator, congresswoman, and Phil Spencer. Tell them the Mooch sent you.
Are you excited about the new Inside Xbox on Tuesday?
Not really, but listen, I think I'm really not. The only thing that's really going in our advantage right now is that Fredo won't be on.
Hey,
But
it's me, Fredo.
It's me, Fredo.
AC Fredo.
For some reason on Inside Xbox, they sent me on vacation fully paid to get the hell out of the office. I can do it too here. I'm smart.
He tweeted out earlier because he's like, I guess he's at his sister's. His sister is still using an Xbox 360 that he gave her like
Are you
years
serious?
ago. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he pulled the sticker off of it though, because apparently
that's
still
good.
had the sticker.
What
on
did he do?
there.
Did he give her an X? Did he bring an X?
No, I don't.
He didn't bring an
no.
X.
You would figure that he would, right? But I guess not. So
I mean, think about if your brother or your sister worked for an apple orchard. right? And all of a sudden they show up for dinner.
And they don't give you some apples?
Or an apple pie? Maybe some cider?
You're
not going to bring anything and you're around apples all day?
Yeah, I guess, man. That would be pretty shitty.
I got news for you. Family member who works at an orchard doesn't bring some sort of apple-related product to the dinner table, they're out.
Apple-related product.
Okay?
Bring your Apple-related product.
And I don't mean your iPhone.
Yeah.
Listen, this has got to happen. And AC Bongo, shame on you. Shame on you. With
Uncle
his family and friends discount, he can get an S for like $8 probably.
Probably, man. Just Uncle AC, that's what I'd call. I'd be like, hey, Uncle AC, what's going on?
Uncle AC, why am I still playing Minecraft from 1989? I'm not really sure. Hey, Uncle AC, why aren't you on this week's Inside Xbox?
I don't know.
Bring that up.
They sent me on vacation. I don't know.
They sent me on vacation. They told me all expenses paid back to my hometown.
For some reason,
I'll tell you this much. I'd rather have AC Bongos than Jeff Rubenstein.
I agree.
Jeff
MNC
is not
morning.
we need entertainment on
You're
that
on
show.
with Mooch and Crap. What's
the
up?
Mooch and Crap section. Yes.
Yo, what up, Mooch Crap, J-Dubs, Boy Gaming Forte. So, just want to ask you guys, well, basically one question and just a statement. You guys were just talking about game gifting. Man, if Microsoft allowed you to actually pre-order games and gift them, I would think that a person that got the game gifted to them, that was looking forward to it, even if it was gifted to them, they might actually go out and spend more money on a different game because that's one less game they have to buy. So
That's right.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that seems like to be a really good concept to me. So Microsoft needs to do that. While we're talking about games coming out, I've been currently going through the backlog, and man, it's real. Destiny really did it to me when it came to 4 years of playing that game, and the backlog is just untamed. I just can't even get through it all right now. So I just beat Titanfall. I'm going through Prey because that DLC they showed at E3 was really, really cool and got me interested in that. My question for you guys is, what game is in your backlog that is the most anticipated title that you want to get through before all the hoopla starts happening over the course of the fourth quarter of this year? Thanks, guys, for being awesome, and keep it gaming. Peace.
You want to go first, Crap? What are you attacking in the your backlog? What is your most? And I like how he said most anticipated. I dig that because that means it's a game you haven't played that you've wanted to play.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. To be honest with you, man, I don't know. Why don't you go first?
Well, I'll tell you this much. So what I would like to work on over this summer, it's not just one. I have 2 games that I really want to get done before September, and I better get I'm spending so much time on leveling up my character on PS4 and Destiny 2 and getting my full character up on Xbox. I'm not getting to my backlog, this is classic, like falling behind and not getting your summer work done. But my 2 that I'll say is Fallout 4 and Bloodborne. Those are the 2 games I want to get done this summer before September hits.
Interesting. So Fallout 4 and Bloodborne.
Well, yeah, I've had them. I've been wanting to play Fallout because listen, Fallout 76 is coming this fall, Crap. So I really want to get into the Fallout world. I don't want to just jump into Fallout 76 and be like, where do I go? Where do I go? You know what I mean? Like, I want to actually be like, all right, this is a world that I'm familiar with and I can handle it. The other one is Bloodborne because I'm playing through Dark Souls Remastered, and I think I want to go from Dark Souls Remastered right into Bloodborne. So that's where and I've had Bloodborne. I've literally owned Bloodborne for 2 years now, and I have not turned it on because I wanted to get through the Souls series.
Yeah, I get it, man. I think that's cool. For me, I don't know. I just usually play whatever kind of strikes my fancy, to be honest with you. So I don't know if there's anything I'm really anticipating. Like, holy crap, I should go play that, because if there's something I really wanted to play, I probably would have already played it. So, man, it's hard saying. I have like over 600 games.
But what's one that you would say, okay, Crap, you have infinite amount of time. What game in your backlog you really just want to kind of nuzzle down if you had a week just to play games, just to play that game and beat it? Get it off your list.
Man, probably, let me think, maybe GTA 5.
Nice pick.
Yeah, because I have that on Xbox One. I've never.
I regret. I mean, I played it. I just didn't.
I haven't played it on.
That's
Xbox
the thing.
One.
It came out between the 360 and the Xbox One, and it just. I played a lot of it, to be honest with you, but I didn't play enough of it. I really wish I played more of it.
Yeah, like I played it on, and I liked it, but it was like it came out in 2013, and then the Xbox One came out, and it was like there was a lot. Iceman says, but Xbox has no games. How can you have 600? Man, I have over 600. So That's a fact. When people say that, they just sound idiotic. I think what they probably mean is exclusives, which is also idiotic since PUBG, State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves, Cuphead, Forza Motorsport 7 all came out within the last 7-8 months, and that's quite a bit. So I mean,
and they've all sold extremely well.
Jay, PUBG 8 million. Jeez,
I
that's
know.
a crazy amount, man.
Jay,
Like,
what about you? I want to hear what's in your backlog. And it cannot be a retro Renegade title. It has to be
man.
Renegade.
No, it cannot be Sonic the Hedgehog Part 18. It has to be a game.
Okay, so if I was to be honest, I would say probably Fallout 4 because I am anticipating 76, and Assassin's Creed Origins. I've been playing both of those off and on.
That's
trying
fair.
to get through those.
Wait, so Jay, you are playing Fallout 4 currently?
Yeah. I started playing.
What's your take on it? Talk to me.
I like it a lot more than I expected.
People are telling me the story in it is too much. Is there too much story?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's too much story. I'm not that far into it. I'm probably 3 hours into it, and what I'm learning is that I liked it much more than Fallout 3, way more. Fallout 3, I couldn't get into
garbage.
I couldn't get into it at all. This one here pulls you in a little better. I think they've made the controls a little more slicker. Just how you do things is a little bit easier, and I think that was the problem with Fallout 3. It was a little more clunky. But no, I'm really enjoying it. I really am.
Nice. Well, a lot of people, Scott K, and shout out to Crispy Bomb. He goes, Mooch, just run through it as fast as you can. It'll only take you about 100 hours. Well, listen, that's a lot. So that is something. Scott K says, Mooch, Fallout 4 is awesome. The reason I want to do Fallout is just like Jay reiterated. Let's be honest. Fallout 76 is just, I almost pulled the trigger on the $200 collection with that helmet. That helmet is awesome.
Looks amazing.
It is awesome. Another thing, you should be able to pre-Mooch gift.
Yeah.
But you can't.
You can't. Yeah.
You just can't.
Pre-gift physical collector's editions.
Why not?
Yeah.
If you could buy somebody an edible arrangement.
Hey, I'm not. You're
get
not
a
wrong.
helmet. Why can't I get a helmet if I can eat something that looks like a plant? But anyways, right? Yeah, this is it's a first world gamer problem.
You know what? I'm really, really impressed with the level of detail and what they're putting into these new collector's editions. But I have a question actually, since you guys are sitting here in front of me and I've got your attention. What was your favorite collector's edition of this generation or last generation? Because I'm going to tell you what mine was, and I never owned it, but I saw it. I think it was a Call of Duty came with a set of night vision goggles that actually worked.
Yes, good call, Jay. I remember that. That was pretty impressive.
That's insane for them to give those away.
I like the Halo 3 with the Chief helmet. I thought that was a pretty cool collector's edition last gen. This gen, I mean, I like the Microsoft hasn't done a lot this gen. I like the God of War one. That one's pretty cool. So
no, I'm with you. Well, I would say,
it's pretty cool.
I want to go back. I think it was last gen as well, but it was also Call of Duty when they gave away the. Remember when the RC car was first introduced as one of the
Black Ops.
Yeah, was that it? And they gave away an RC car in one of them. It was literally an RC like Pro-Am type of car. I was saying it's either that or it's a real close second for Mimir's thumb.
Mimir, it's me, Mimir. I wish I still had that.
Not his thumb.
Just deal with your voice box.
I can't do a Mimir one. So.
Wait, crap! Wait, your Mimir? It's the battery's out.
Yeah, that battery died out a long time ago,
There's
man.
no way to replace the battery?
There's no way to replace it. Yeah.
What?
That's so Sony.
That's so Sony.
It is, man. I'm a bit disappointed with that.
I gotta be honest with you. I missed the Mimir head because whenever I can't remember when you used to utilize it, but it was when something you didn't like was coming up.
When people were rambling about stupid shit.
Yeah, something stupid, right?
Mimir.
Like, I got news for you. Just so you guys would have known, the Mimir head would have been used today about 18 times anytime Destiny 2 was brought up. That's what crap would have.
Mimir.
Thank God Mimir didn't sound like that. That's so great.
We should do this Wheel of Wonder.
Let's do it.
Do it up, J-Dubs. Wheel of Wonder.
Before crap turns into one of the California races.
Wheel of Wonder. There's no sound on the wheel of wonder.
Oh no! That means we're gonna get a whole lot of crap doing his.
That means I can do Wheel of Wonder. SSP.
Oh no!
SSP. KW.
He's still going, Jay.
If anyone out there is good at migrating Windows over to an SSD, please let me know because I failed over and over again.
Boot there, it's me, J-Dub.
This is great.
Spin the Wheel of Wonder.
Okay, here we go.
Wheel of Wonder. Wheel, J-Dub, spin it, baby. Yeah. Wheel of Wonder. Wheel.
So great. And now you get the crap laughing whenever that tone is. Oh god.
Wheel.
Oh, I like that. I like the new wheel too, crap. I like it. Or Jay with that running on the
Wheel
side.
looks great. Wheel of Wonder. Wheel.
Okay, announce the winner. Announce the winner.
Who's the winner?
The winner is Greg. He wins the Wheel of Wonder. Wheel of Wonder.
Who is it? What's his full name though? Greg what?
Greg.
I don't know.
It's just Greg, like Madonna or Cher. It's Wheel. He wins the Wheel of Wonder.
Like Madonna and Cher.
MNC Mornings. Hit that like button if you like the Wheel of Wonder. Wheel, J-Dubs. What's up, my friend? Mooch. I'm a Mooch maniac. Wheel of Wonder.
Noof Nukem just said, "Is this Justin Timber crap?" That is outstanding.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, God. All right. Okay. Somebody, Hellhammer, help! Where's Hellhammer? Where is he? I gotta get Hellhammer on speed dial. Oh God! All right, well,
What can we do, Jay? Let's.
What do you want to do? Let's do the. You want to do the Moochie Crap theme song into the outro, or
sure. No,
yeah,
that's
we
all.
can do that, man. Let's.
All right, guys. Well, listen. Keep an eye out, guys. We are going to keep discussing M&C evenings for Thursdays, and I think it's something that the whole crew's going to dig.
Let us know on Twitter and stuff like that, man. We want to know what you guys think about it, and we'll bring back
the Wheel of Wonder next week.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good, Jay. Hey, guys, enjoy your weekend.
Enjoy.
Later.
Mooch and crap. They talk about games and no drama smack. Search the web for media ties to catch these ponies in their lies. Look out! Here comes Mooch and crap. Are they bots? Listen up. They have Mountain Dew in their blood. NeoGaf, Xbox Reds, Crap's got Tim Dog all over it. Hey there! Here comes Mooch and crap. From a tweet of Phil, Xbox hate will arrive like the Scorpio. Mooch and crap are just in time. Mooch and crap. Zany gaming dual Mooch and crap. YouTubing is their core. A thumb in is its reward to them. Xbox is one big hangout. Whenever there's a game out, you'll find Mooch and crap.
Wake on up, it's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap Show. Wake up, let us begin with gaming news, skits, and call-ins from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap Show. for the people, and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Ponies love to lie and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about the games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Mooch and Crab, Big Show. Show, oh oh.